went to the eye doctor and she said, your results just came back. I said, can I see them? She said, probably not. Welcome to Shave&Butcher. So I asked my wife what I should do for my next video, and she said, you should shave with a cheese slicer. What is a cheese slicer, you may ask yourselves? Well, this is it. This is what you use to slice hard cheese that isn't already sliced. And I thought that was interesting because this cheese slicer is a Swedish invention. So I went to research the history a little bit, and I can see Eivind going, ooh, ooh, ooh. And sure enough, it's a Norwegian invention. It was invented by Tor Björklund, or Eivind would call him Tor Björklund. I hope I got that right. Norwegian accents can be tricky. So this was invented, I think it was 1925 when I looked it up. So it's a Nordic thing to a large extent. Most people outside the Nordic countries slice their cheese with a knife, but this is a cheese slicer. So it has a sharp edge here, and you put it on the cheese and it slices. Unfortunately, I don't have a hard cheese that isn't sliced, because I just don't, and I'm in America. But you can do it with a cucumber. I can just hear the comments now. Come on, slippery little thing. So same principle. You apply a bit of pressure and you slice the cucumber, right? That's what you do. So can you shave with this? Well, we'll find out. I continue my journey of shave sticks. This is Arco. Some people like it, most people don't. I kind of enjoy it. Cheap and cheerful from Turkey. So must get a good lather going. This is a badger knot in a thuja handle from Barbier, what are they called? Gentleman Barbier, which is at least semi-French. So a shave stick, same procedure, apply it to the stubbles. Now, this really is cheap and cheerful, and it does not come in a container. At least I've never seen one. So, it's not ideal for traveling, but I put it in a plastic bag together with the rest of them, and that should do it. Okay. Oops, that's wet. That's what she said. See if we can whip up a good lather that the cheese slicer will like. So it was invented in Lillehammer, or as Eivind would say, I don't know what he would say, Lillehammer, which is a town in the southeast of Norway. Biggest industry I found looking up Wikipedia is still steel making. So Mesna, I hope this is accurate, makes knives and saws and things out of metal. So maybe it's started with a cheese slicer, which is osthyvel in Swedish. Ost is cheese and hyvel is slicer. Well, actually, yeah, okay. I won't go any further. So I've never been to Lillehammer. There is it's a pretty brilliant TV series with Steve Van Sant, you know, who mafia actor who also plays with Bruce Springsteen. Did I just make that up? I think so. What is it called? I think it's called Lillehammer, maybe with a Y. Lillehammer, but it's spelled with an I. Lillehammer. Lille is small, at least in Swedish, and hammer is a hammer, so a small hammer. I don't know if that translates into Norwegian. I should, because the languages are practically the same. So I understand someone who comes from Norway, and they will understand me, which is pretty cool. Interestingly, totally off topic, Danish is also very similar to Norwegian and Swedish. No one understands Danish. I've worked with Danish people, so I can if they speak slowly, I can get it. Depending on where they're from. If they're from Copenhagen, I can have a conversation, well, where the person I speak with speaks Danish and I speak Swedish. That works very well. But Lillehammer was also home of the Winter Olympics in 1994, which is interesting. We'll get to that in a minute. Rinse this with water so it's nice and slippery. And let's see if you can shave with a cheese grater. Yeah, cheese grater. That's for tomorrow. Tomorrow we're just trying to see if we can shave with a cheese grate. That would be something. Okay, cheese slicer, here we go. Ride the cap. Perfect. Let's go the other way. See if anything happens. No, it doesn't work. So the answer to the question is no. I wonder what Niklas Gudmundsson would do with that to get an edge on that thing. That'd be interesting. Okay, so that doesn't work, so we'll have to get it. We'll have to get another razor. Okay, so it's the birthday razor, and this will be the Nasset blade. I just love how this closes. So it closes the doors and then goes down to get it all tight. I put the Viking sword blade into my leaf razor for head shaving. What's the... Okay. That's the I'm sorry. I got a bit of sun, can you tell? Yeah, I'm even more red than usual. And wow, that blade plays well with the leaf. My lord. Sorry about that. It's the shower dripping. I don't know what's wrong with it. Works a charm. So we'll try the Nasset blade in the leaf as well. Winter Olympics. So Winter Olympics is a big thing in the Nordic countries. It's not always so enjoyable for Swedes lately because Norwegians are so much better at winter sports than we are. But at least we have hockey, right? So the hockey had some good talent in '94. On the Swedish team was Peter Forsberg, who started out, well, he played in Colorado basically. We don't have to go through where he was before. So in the final, I think it was the finals, or the final, it was Sweden versus Canada, and extraordinarily good Canadian goalie Corey Hirsch was there, and he went to a shootout. where it's mano a mano, attacker against the goalie, and Peter Forsberg made perhaps the most famous penalty shot or shootout attempt I've ever seen. So he skated up to Corey Hirsch. He dangled to, or he went left. So Corey Hirsch bought it completely and went to his right, same direction. So the goal was all empty, and when Peter was almost at the goal line, he got the puck out with one hand on the stick and just put it into an empty goal. It's hard to explain. You should Google it. It's on YouTube. Peter Forsberg, Lillehammer penalty, Peter Forsberg, Corey Hirsch, and you'll find it. And Peter's father was the coach for the Swedish team, and you can see him going, what is he doing? But he made it, and obviously Peter Forsberg was a superstar. So the image of when Corey Hirsch is buying hot dogs in the stands when Peter Forsberg puts the puck in, that image, because they had a camera from above, that became a stunt. Extremely popular. Look at that lather. It's beautiful. Nothing wrong with Arco. I paid $2 for this. Bought it in Turkey, in Çanakkale, in Turkey. I think Corey Hirsch was a bit pissed off. I sort of didn't like the idea of becoming a stamp in Sweden for that reason. But it was really cool. And we couldn't believe it. No one could believe it. So it's been done since. It's probably been done before. But for a while there, hockey goalies would not buy into that, which made them vulnerable, so you could score in other ways. That was funny. And Sweden won the game. And I wonder what Peter's dad told him afterwards. Not that Peter Forsberg would necessarily care, but after all, it is the coach, and he was dad. So that was something. And I remember it was a long time ago, 94. I remember it as a very, very, very good Olympic game. Really well organized. Lots of snow where you need it. And at that time, it was still possible for little towns to win the Olympic Games. You can't do that anymore. And, you know, with global warming and everything, in a few years, the only place to host the Olympic will be in the Antarctica, whatever it's called, you know, down there with the ice. Okay, so this razor works a lot better. And the Nasset blade is beauty. You know what I found? I don't know if it's just an idea. I haven't researched it. But I have a feeling that, at least for me, the quality of the lather is more important with a safety razor than with a straight razor. It's probably not true, but maybe it's because I'm not very good at safety razor shaving, so I need a better lather. But anyway. Yeah, you gotta check for on YouTube for that. Don't do it now. Watch the end of the video. With Peter Forsberg and Corey Hirsch. Wow. Something else. Something else. Okay, so I don't have a big selection of aftershaves because I actually didn't bring any. So I have the two I got from Rudy, and I have the Skin Bracer. But today I'm going with Singari Man's Recovery Splash Nocturne. Have I used that? Did I use it? I don't think I've used it on camera. So this is a splash, but it doesn't contain alcohol. And it's sort of like a liquid balm. Now I'm going to put it everywhere because I shaved my head and the skin needs a bit of recovery because I did spend time in the sun today. So I'm putting it everywhere. I hope my wife likes it, the smell. Do I? The Amazel nut is better. Okay, thanks for watching the attempt to shave with a cheese slicer. It didn't work. Don't try it at home, and don't try the grate either. See you around the corner. Stay sharp.